world of secrecy, high school girls are trained in the art of ninjutsu. Yagyuu is a quiet young girl whose skills surpass even some of the older girls, which makes her a force to be reckoned with. The packaging for Yagyuu is pretty standard. She has a large window in the front that shows off the figure quite nicely. At the bottom is a close-up picture of the figure, as well as her name in Japanese. On the back, we have a collage of pictures showing off the figure from many different angles, as well as showing off some of her features. The top of the packaging, as well as both sides, also have a picture, making this a very picture-heavy box. But we can also see more of the background here, where it's decorated with flowers that give it sort of a classic Japanese feel that I think matches the figure quite nicely. All three of these sides also have large windows, which allow a lot of light to come in, showcasing the figure even more. Upon opening the package, we can see the elegant flower design continue on the inside, which was previously hard to view with all the blister packaging and plastic covering that ensures she arrives safely. But enough about the packaging, because I really just want to talk about this figure. Before I even knew who she was, I was drawn to her. Maybe it's the twin tails, or perhaps the traditional umbrella she uses as a weapon. Either way, I think this figure gives off a traditional look that I love while being uber sexy. Now, as I mentioned when I first saw her, I didn't know who this character was. All I knew is that Senran Kagura was a game that Dan discovered and really enjoyed playing. It was some type of beat-em-up game where your clothes were used as armor and would tatter as you took damage. True to the game's form, the figure's clothes are tattered and removable. Her cape and skirt are removable pieces and allow you to display her in just her swimsuit. It's pretty easy to exchange them out, as you will just need to remove her head and torso and replace them once they are removed. The only issue with this process is that the pieces will rub on one another and sometimes leave paint transferred on the second piece, as you can see here on her neck. Other than that, I don't really see any other flaws. Maybe a leaning problem in the future as she is only held up on one foot, but even that foot has two pegs, including a pretty thick metal one. I mean, her base is pretty plain as well. It's just a red disc with her name written in Japanese, but the rest of the figure more than makes up for this simple base. I mean, there is just so much attention to detail from her pose, facial expression, and accessories. It's hard not to love this figure, especially if you're into fan service. But more than that, I'm impressed with all the details on this figure. For one, she comes with this beautiful umbrella. The handle appears to be a metal rod, and the grip is some sort of wound up paper, which is an added bonus over painted on details, as it adds texture and depth. The umbrella itself has spokes on the inside and is carefully painted. Overall, an impressive accessory. The figure herself has the same attention to detail. Her twin tails flow outward, as well as her skirt, giving her some movement to such a stoic pose. Atop her twin tails are two ninja stars, and below her shoes give off a little bit of shine to appear like real leather to complete her ninja schoolgirl look. The overall paint job has many clean lines, though the area around her swimsuit is a teeny bit sloppy, but hardly noticeable outside of photographs. All in all, Vertex does an excellent job at recreating Senran Kagura's Yagyuu into a 3D model suited for your living room. If you're a fan of the series or even sexy ninja schoolgirls, then this is a figure for you. Well, that's all for this review. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Until next time,
It's from Fat House! So our first figure is the Iori from the Idolmaster series, and this is actually our only scale figure this month because, like I said, the rest of them got pushed out. And this is also our first Idolmaster figure ever.